I can't decide if I like the new HP logo or not. It looks badass. It looks super cool. But if you didn't know that that was a HP logo, if you were, if you weren't tech savvy and you just saw 4 lines, you'd be like, I don't know what that is. What does that say? It doesn't look like anything. I know that's a HP logo, but that's because I know HP designs and I know my brands. But, I don't know. What do you guys think? Hello interwebs, welcome to Let's Fix Computers. We got a HP Envy laptop here, my favourite brand of all. But it's not broken because it's a HP Envy, it's broken because it got dropped off of a table or whatever. And as you can see, yeah, very cracked screen. Now because this is a touchscreen, of course, it's a pain in the backside. So what we're going to do, we're going to replace the entire front end of this display assembly. So first of all, let's open up the display assembly, split it apart. I've already purchased parts for this laptop, so I'm hoping that they are correct. However, I have to admit I haven't actually disassembled it yet, which is naughty of me, but we should be okay. I've got to be a little bit ginger with this because this thing has fragmented up, so we've got shards of glass on this one, so we've got to watch out. Knowing my luck, it's going to bite me at some point, but we'll take care. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go and grab my paintbrush just so I can brush the glass off of it. Having a paintbrush to hand that you can use just to brush down any shards is quite handy. Yeah. And I don't care what's on the floor of my shop, so I can just give this thing a little bit of a brushy just to take off all the loose fragments and just try and reduce the chances of me embedding it into my fingertips, which used to happen all the time back in the days when I used to do iPads. Anyway, right, so as with a lot of touchscreens, there's no screws on this thing. We've just got to prise it open. And all my prying tools are still missing in action. There's 4 of them in the shop somewhere. Buggered if I can find any of them. So I'm on the plastic ones at the moment. So let's just go straight in the top there and just see if we can dig in behind the glass, which I can't. Okay, you need something metal, so how about a Stanley blade? Ugh. At least we don't need to worry about breaking the glass. How about that? Oh, there we go. Right, now I'm just gonna leave that blade sticking out. Let me just adjust all this so you can see what I'm doing. Right, and now we've got an opening. We'll go back in with the plastic one, and there we go. That's all just popping out now because it's all under tension. And I'm just trying to keep my left hand just on the back of the laptop to support it, but away from the glass. Okay, that can come out now. Oh, I'm gonna find the bloody metal prying tool. These plastic ones are useless. God, there's nothing worse than not being able to find your tools. We're using a PCI plate because it's metal and it's pry-like. Now get out of there. Come on. Oh, this one's strong. We're getting there, but it's not going without a fight. Oh, there we go. The side just gave up. Let's try the left-hand side. Luckily, because we're replacing the entire front end of the LCD, we can be super rough here. It doesn't really matter. Okay, there we go. Right. So now that's all going to come out. Let's grab that blade before that gets lost. It's not very sharp, this blade, so don't worry. There we go. Okay. So now that's opened up, the first thing I want to worry about is the display cable. So I'm just going to lean in there and just peel back the tape on the back of that. If I can disconnect that, I can unplug the... Right, that's off. And there appears to be no locking lever, so that display cable should just fall out, or well, it'll have to push out. It's actually kind of wrapped up in there. Let me give you a closer look since this is giving me hassle. I've got to sort of work this out somehow. power, get out of there. Fine, we'll sort that out in a minute. Let's unplug the... Right, that's the digitizer out. Am I sure there's no locking lever there? Oh, there's more tape across there, that's why. That's why it doesn't want to come out. There we go. There we go. Right, so that's our old front panel off. So we're going to replace this whole thing. So we've got the digitizer, that's the front glass. We've got the bezel, that's the plastic or the frame. The LCD, and that's the digitizer controller. So this is all a single unit on this particular one. And I have a whole replacement one of these that I'm going to put on. So let's put that to one side. And I'm just going to brush a couple of shards of glass out of there. And then we're just going to do a quick visual inspection of the back end of the display assembly, just to make sure that everything there is okay. And I'm going to push from the base of it now because there's no leverage. Now, this is a sort of, I think it's stamped metal, so it should have some strength in it, but I never trust hinges like this. Okay, let's check these. Yeah, these are okay. I'm putting in just like a couple of degrees a turn on each of these screws just to bite them a little bit more. However, they don't feel particularly loose, so that's fine. Let's tidy up this wire. I'm just going to cut off this crap that I unpeeled from the back. There we go. Cool, that's fine. Let's grab our replacement assembly. Whoop. Slim, careful. Right, that looks about right. And there's probably a HP logo under there, which they have to cover up because otherwise customs will have it. Just going to peel back and check it. Yeah, there we go. Beautiful. Contraband. Quote unquote counterfeit. Good. Right, and let's just match this up to the old one. Yeah, that looks good. And the bottom also looks good. I'm just looking at the plastic at the bottom and that's an identical match. So it looks like we've got a sure thing there. I did it by eye previously, which is a bit naughty of me, but I was confident. Right, so we've got LCD, we've got the digitizer on front, we've got the frame, we have the digitizer controller, and also I've just noticed we do have a little magnet here. That's probably for a Hall effect sensor, which will be the sleep switch. So the laptop knows when the lid is closed, and that is present on the replacement one as well as the one that's going out. And in addition, we've got more magnets there and there. So we've checked that all the magnets and all the other fittings are all present, so we don't have to move anything across. We can just plug this guy in. So let's hook the wire into the assembly as the old one was. Sort of work that in there somehow. There we go. Plug that into the LCD. Oh, doesn't sit well at this angle. And then plug the digitizer in. Got to unlock that. There we go. And I'm just making absolutely certain by leaning in and blocking your view of everything that the LCD connector is definitely in place, because that's a common problem. Right, that all feels good to me. So this is all just loose fit now. I'm going to turn the laptop on and just check that we get a picture. Where's the power button on this thing? It's on the left. Do we have any power? Do we have a power light? I think the battery might be flat. It's hard to tell because there's no bloody on light on these things. I hate laptops that don't have on lights. Nope, okay, let's find some power for this. How does one charge it? Blue tip, how about you? There we go. And we have a charge light. And now we have a power light on the power button. And... we have a picture. CMOS checksum is invalid. That'll be because the battery went flat. Cool, okay, reboot the system. I'm going to interrupt that. No, I was too slow. Okay, I'm going to let that start up and then shut it down properly. Ooh, freaky. What are those doing? Infrared lights. That's eye tracking, unless I'm mistaken. Okay, they've gone out now. I wonder if that was like security or something. Maybe doing facial recognition. Weird. Well, it doesn't seem to have done much else. I'm just going to leave that to carry on starting up. We think it's working, but I just want to see that get to the login screen and everything before I say that's fine, let's put it all back together for good. So I'll get back to you in a moment. Okay, right. It didn't work the first time round then, and then I forgot to hit start recording again. What I did was I just popped the screen back out again, and I just had to reconnect that connector again down there. And then once I'd made sure that was properly fully plugged in, I just put a bit of Captain tape over it. You can see the orange tape there. I just put some Captain tape over it just to make sure that doesn't work itself loose as the screen is opened and shut. And that seems to straighten that out. So again, if you plug in your new screen and you're not getting a picture, or you get a picture of post but not once you're into Windows, the chances are the cable's just not quite in properly. So now that's in place, all we're going to do is just run my fingers around the edge and just clip that into place. And don't worry if you don't get any satisfying noises, just go around, keep going round and round, and just keep going round and round until everything is done clipping. And then if you think you're finished, do a visual inspection. No gaps, no gaps, no gaps, no gaps. That is on. Now comes the bit that you've all been waiting for. Actually, I'm going to wait until I've cleaned the front of the laptop, and then we'll peel this off. That's going to be the end credits scene, which is just about to come up, actually, in fact, because we're done. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I'll see you all next time. Goodbye for now.